SEMO head coach Tom Matukewicz. The team now 8-1, beat Gardner Webb 30-24. They have their next open date this weekend. Then they will finish with their final three regular season games, the next one being at Lindenwood on November 9th. So, Coach, first of all, just made some thoughts on the Gardner Webb game, and then we'll go from
Was really impressed with Gardner Webb. I thought their coaches did a really nice job, had good scheme. I thought their team played hard and played physical. Certainly, the way we started wasn't how you wanted it to go. Kind of spotted them 14 there, but loved how we responded. And, we run around here, talk all the time about we're a process-driven program. We're not focused on results, all those type of things. And that's easier said than done, right? When all of a sudden you go out there and you have a couple drives like that. But I think that's the biggest difference between this year's team and last year's team is just how focused we are on the next play, because a lot of those things didn't end up costing us, and ended up winning a nice homecoming game, had great crowd, set a record financially. And winning's expensive, and it takes a lot of money to win and keep winning, and so it takes support, it takes everybody, and it's just fun to see the school spirit, the tailgates, and all the people that showed up Saturday. So very, very thankful to be their football coach right now.
if you could win every game 70-0, obviously you'd like to do that. But is there something to be said about falling down and showing your team that you can come back despite being down 14-0, so it can help you later in the year?
Yeah, I can promise you every football coach in America would love adversity in a football game that you win. You don't want it to cost you a game, but you love adversity. Adversity is what makes you, and you have to go through all these hard things that you continue to do hard things like beat hard opponents and things like that. And we've had several of them, from SIU to, I mean, we're down 14 in the fourth against UT Martin, just things like that. You really appreciate, and appreciate how our team is handling that, and our leaders are leading each other.
And we've talked about injuries. I guess that's another adversity, right? You have injuries and other people step up. I thought Cole, your running back, had another good game. He's your fourth string running back, and he had a huge run for you.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, anything that's a problem is actually an opportunity. It's just your feelings get involved, and you don't wish that to be the case. But ultimately, we are really accelerating a lot of development. Cole Rubel would not have been getting developed like he is right now, because he'd have just probably been on special teams or whatever. And now, he's going out there and playing maybe a little early, but that's now give him an opportunity to, fix some of the holes in his game. At Charleston Southern, he put the ball on the ground the second half, and obviously can't do that. But he used that adversity and that negative situation and turned it into a positive that drove his hard work and determination this week to build skill with the ball and things like that, and then got rewarded with some great outcomes this weekend. And it was fun to just watch our team they just exploded when he had the success he has, which is fun to watch.
We talked about him in the preseason. I don't know if we've asked you about him since, but Bryce Norman had another big game too. So he's just doing the things that he normally does for you. But how is this season for Bryce been to what he's done the last couple of years?
Yeah, I mean, it's just you look at it and you kind of get numb to it, but it's just kind of shocking production. He is just around the football constantly, and he's been able to stay healthy this year, and continue to dominate week in and week out.
So how you played in week 0, obviously. So you already had the one open date. How do you use this open date? Is it different than how you used the first open date of the season?
Yeah, totally. The first open date, we were just kind of discovering who we are, and we had some pretty good get better opportunities. At this point in the game, we know who we are who we are. And so at this point, we're all about rehab, resting. The coaches are recruiting, all those type of things. I'm going to go on a elite camping trip with my wife This is actually 2.0. So she's not a camper, unfortunately. But last year she felt so sorry for me because we were 4-7 that she agreed to go camping with me. And this year, she agreed to go with me again. So I can't wait for a little makeout session around a campfire on Friday nights. What I'm looking forward to.
How do you easily just put football behind you when you have an open day, or are you checking scores from other games? Like, or you is it just going to be you fishing and your wife? That's it.
That's it. I go where there's no, there's nothing there. You create all the comfort you want. There's no comfort there for you. Just to get away. And I'm not a football guy. I don't watch football. I'm not like a fan, things like that. So I love young people. I love trying to do hard things, accomplishing the mission, all those type of things. And I just feel like this week we need to get away. Most coaches will practice 3 days. Most coaches will go Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We're not having one practice. I mean, at the end of the day, I try not to ask them to do things that aren't necessary, and I'm going to maybe feel a little better and things like that if we do a little bit of things, but ultimately that's not going to necessarily make a difference. So, take this time, breathe, put the rope down, enjoy family, friends, get away, whatever, right? And then, but when I see you on Sunday and I tell you, and I blow that whistle and I say go, we need to go. Like we need to have a great week of preparation for this rival game.
Coach, appreciate your time as always. Hope all those things come true for your team, and we'll talk to you again next week.
I'll let you know